Are you 100% thriving in your life? Do you feel like life is buzzing in your cells? If not, you're not playing big enough. You're hiding, you're keeping yourself small, you're looping in the patterns of the mind, and the mind is telling you, who am I to have it? I cannot have it. Everyone can have it. This can work for everyone, but not for me. That's the reason people are not investing in themselves. That's the reason people are not making those big steps in life. You know, it's not even about the steps. It's about who you are choosing to be. And if you go like, I know I'm gonna be unreasonably wealthy, I know that's my destiny, I know I'm here for extraordinary success, like for sure. So then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna buy this program? Are you gonna hire this mentor? Are you gonna do that trip? Are you gonna increase your rates? Are you gonna say what's actually on your mind? Or are you gonna be tiptoeing around thinking, oh, what if someone doesn't like it? Oh my gosh, people unfollowed me. Oh my gosh, like people didn't like it. They like it when I'm all soft and sweet, but when I'm actually bringing my real character forward, they don't like it. Oh, what a pity. This doesn't matter at all. You know your heart. If your heart is made of gold, which I fully believe it is, if you're here, if you're even close to my field and you're connected to my work, I know you have a heart of gold. If we can talk on this level, I know you have a heart of, I don't doubt it. I want to explore a very interesting question with you today. The question is, why you must become unreasonably wealthy? And as you are here with me, I'd love for you to hold this question for you, because clearly the subject has called you, and I want you to sit with it as we journey together. And I would love, ideally, for you to come up with an answer. Why you must become unreasonably wealthy. You tell me, and then I'll tell you why, what I think. So welcome everyone. We are having a very interesting conversation. It's about wealth. It's also tied in with my upcoming program called Embodied Wealth. And I'm all about this program because it's an exquisite and extraordinary program, and I really feel the big stuff that it has in store for us. And the very interesting thing that I'm observing as I am speaking about this program, as I am launching it, is the amount of hate that I am receiving because I am speaking about wealth and money. And this is a block, one of the blocks why people actually stay away from becoming unreasonably wealthy, because they are scared that something like this will happen to them. That actually some people are not gonna like it. They're not gonna like that you're wealthy. They're not gonna like that you're talking about it. They're not gonna like that you're traveling all the time. They're not gonna like how you're spending your money. They're not gonna like what you're charging. And a lot of people see that and they feel really uncomfortable with it. Why? Because we are kind, good-hearted people, and we get hurt when others don't like us, and we don't like to be not liked. We don't like to be seen as bad or mean or evil. And what I am seeing in this whole process is that this conversation is so important. And I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep going, and I'm going to keep going. And it is so profoundly important, especially in these times. Especially, I have something here. Especially because it is activating something inside of you, especially because you want to be a part of it, especially because it's challenging and triggering, especially because it's activating. We have to have this conversation, we have to have this journey. And of course, a lot of, when you don't like something, there are different ways to react to it. There may be a way to react like, okay, I don't like it, it's not for me, that's it, done, right? But then there is another way to react to it. People might go like, okay, I don't like it, but I would like to be a part of it. And actually deep down, I really like it. I really love it, actually. It's really important for me, actually. But I will not admit it because I really don't feel worthy of being a part of this conversation. I don't feel worthy of being part of this unreasonable wealth movement. I don't feel worthy, so then who is the bad girl? I'm gonna tell her how bad she is and how dare she speak about this. How dare she speak about money? It's all about money now. And this is just a projection. It has nothing to do with me, and I don't take any of that personally. And then when people tell me what I should say or what I shouldn't say, it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the person who is speaking. And sometimes I feel invited to respond to certain questions. And other times I see that the person wants me to explain myself, and I'm not doing that. Because I've put my whole entire life, the last 10 years of my life, into building this body of work, which is magnificent and which has changed so many thousands and thousands of lives all over the world. And this work speaks for itself. So I don't need to explain myself. I don't need to explain anything. But what I know is that the whole wealth embodiment work is essential for us right now. So in the beginning, I asked you this question: why you must become unreasonably wealthy? I'd love to know. Why do you think you must become unreasonably wealthy? And why it is important now and not any later? So in Embodied Wealth, in my upcoming program, we're gonna have so many levels of work on wealth, starting from the level of the brain, literally working at the level of the brain and repatterning the subconscious mind. We're gonna work at the level of the energy, at the level of the body, enhancing, increasing our capacity for wealth, to receive wealth, to embody wealth, to welcome wealth. We're gonna see all the blocks that usually come to us from our ancestors, where you were brought up with certain ideas that were instilled in you about what is wealth and who are the wealthy people, and the people who desire wealth or who have wealth, who are they? We all were brought up with certain ideas about that. Why? Because it was repeated to us again and again and again. You saw how your parents handled wealth. You heard how your parents talked about wealthy people. Yeah, so where did they pick it up from? They picked it up from their ancestors, from their grandmothers and mothers and so on. And so there's a lot of stuff that's held in the ancestral lineage, in that lineage that has been passed on to us generation after generation. Lots of those things are not even yours, and you may not even realize it. That's kind of the thing. That's the thing with the subconscious mind, that it stores these identifications that are held deep inside of it, and then all we see is the flower. All we see, that's what's on the surface. We don't see the roots of that plant, but that plant was planted long time ago. And it's seated deep underneath. And all we see is our doubt. We see our fear. We see the idea that, I don't want to leave people behind. We see that we are not stepping into our full embodiment of wealth because we are scared that people are not going to like it. Or we just feel like, or we just don't think about it at all. And all we see is that we are stuck at the same kind of level. And recently I had this conversation with one of my beautiful clients, Marcella, who did Embodied Wealth last year. And that's what she shared with me also, that she noticed, like what made a massive shift for her was that first of all, she just noticed that she was stuck. And that already takes a lot. It takes a lot from our heart to just acknowledge that, well, I am stuck actually. I am at the same level of income. I am not really feeling like my capacity to, I'm not holding more and more wealth. It's at the same level. My net worth is at the same level. It's like my life has a repetitive pattern to it. I am stuck. So just this realization is already magnificent, where you recognize and you admit to yourself, I am stuck. From there, what she also shared with me, what she did, was that she said, I am ready to let everything go. And this is a massive piece, because so often we enter into this comfort where you're like, okay, well, I don't quite like it, but I'm comfortable here. It kind of works. I'm not thriving, but it kind of works. And this shift where you go like, actually, my life is so precious and I've come here for something so precious and so big that enough is not good enough, that normal is no longer satisfactory, because I didn't come here for the normal. I came here for extraordinary. I didn't come here to have a normal, predictable life. I came here to experience the full expanse of this waterfall of aliveness from deep within myself. That's what I come here for. And unless I am experiencing that in my life, I'm just not gonna settle. That is a massive step. Profound. Takes profound amount of honesty in ourselves to say, yes, I know there is more for me. And so that's what I heard from her. Yeah, she was like, there is more for me. And therefore, she said, I am ready to let everything go. Her business, she had a successful medical practice. She was ready to let it just all go completely. And then, then she decided to sell her business and do something new. And then normally her colleagues, like people in her field, they would sell this kind of business, this kind of practice that she had for like around 300,000-400,000 euro. But she sold it for multiple 7 figures, for multiple millions, instead of those few hundred. And this happened as a result of the work we did together. So these are some of the requirements from us, to connect to this incredible honesty inside, to connect with that intuition that you may have. I am here for something unreasonable. I am here for something extraordinary. I am here to taste the flavors that none of my ancestors have tasted. I am here to change the history, not only for me and for my family, but for generations to come. I am here to be a role model of what is possible. I am here to not give in to the paradigms that most of the society operates, and I'm here to freaking burst out and show what is possible. And by the way, that's exactly the reason why I'm not gonna stop my work. And I'm not gonna stop talking about wealth, because wealth is a very charged and a very important and a very intrinsic aspect of our life. And until we get very honest and until we clear up all our wounds around wealth, we're not gonna experience freedom. Here I said it, we're not gonna be free in our life until we break free from those wealth barriers that were created by the generations that have come before us. Catherine said, I did embodied wealth last year, would you recommend to do it again? I completely changed it this year. I saw like there were some amazing results from last year, but I also saw some things that can be even better. And I made it very condensed so that you have nowhere to hide from me. So it's much shorter, but much more intensive this year. And you also get some things that I just didn't think about last year, because since last year, I'm in a completely different place in my business, in my vision of wealth, in what works and what is actually essential. So it's actually a completely different program. So I do recommend taking it again. And I actually do recommend this program. I recommend like taking it every single day of your life. I 100% believe in it. It will 100% give you results. If you show up and you do everything I'm telling you to do, there's just no way you're not gonna have results. Because like I am addressing it, like you may have heard my story, I have shared it in previous conversations where like I broke through some really significant limitations in myself. And I know that it's infinite how far we can expand. And I'm not gonna stop until I fully feel the infinity in every breathing moment of my life. And everything in my life, what I'm manifesting, it's just a proof of this living infinity that I am. So the way we are working, it's like basically all those patterns, they get cornered. It's like they have nowhere to hide. And the thing is that our minds are so well trained to think And when your mind is thinking chaotically, which it is the nature of just a normal mind, like in meditation, we call it monkey mind, yeah, that it's just jumping up and down. And it has its own patterns, how it's jumping, what kind of branches it's occupying. It's not sending you those thoughts of like, you are amazing, you can do it, you can have whatever you want, you are born to be unreasonably wealthy, you are here to crack the code of absolute freedom in this human form. Not when you die. Like, your mind is not usually trained to give you this kind of background to your existence. Usually the mind is very easily sneaking into, oh, can I have it? I think they can have it because, you know, she studied law, so she can have it. Or, you know, she's white, that's why she can have it. Well, she has this background, that's why she can have it. You know, that's what the mind is telling you, is finding all the reasons why you cannot have it. And then this is where you're stuck. No matter how wealthy you consider yourself to be, yeah, if you're not constantly expanding, you're stuck. This is just me being very honest and direct, that there's no such thing as just resting. Just resting. No such thing. The nature of the brain is such that it's either getting better or it's degrading. There's no such thing as just resting in this comfortable place. There's no such thing, beloveds, like just like being honest with you. There's no such thing as resting in this place. If you're not constantly expanding and leaning into your edge, and it doesn't mean like push yourself beyond the edge, but just chilling here, resting, you are degrading, you're fooling yourself. And you look at your life, be honest with yourself, you will see it. Are you 100% thriving in your life? Do you feel like life is buzzing in your cells? If not, you're not playing big enough. You're hiding, you're keeping yourself small, you're looping in the patterns of the mind, and the mind is telling you, who am I to have it? I cannot have it. Everyone can have it. This can work for everyone, but not for me. That's the reason people are not investing in themselves. That's the reason people are not making those big steps in life that are, and the steps are, you know, it's not even about the steps. It's about who you are choosing to be. And if you go like, I know I'm going to be unreasonably wealthy. I know that's my destiny. I know I'm here for extraordinary success, like for sure. So then what are you going to do? Are you going to buy this program? Are you going to hire this mentor? Are you going to do that trip? Are you going to increase your rates? Are you going to say what's actually on your mind? Or are you going to be tiptoeing around thinking, oh, what if someone doesn't like it? Oh my gosh, people unfollowed me. Oh my gosh, like people didn't like it. They like it when I'm all soft and sweet, but when I'm actually bringing my real character forward, they don't like it. Oh, what a pity. It has nothing. This doesn't matter at all. You know your heart. If your heart is made of gold, which I fully believe it is, if you're here, if you're even close to my field and you're connected to my work, I know you have a heart of gold. If we can talk on this level, I know you have a heart of gold. I don't doubt it. I know you're wise, you're intelligent, you know your alignment. I know you're not going to do stupid things to yourself. But very often, and much more often, what is actually going on is that people are so scared to make those steps because this mind is trained to find all the loops where it can say, I see, no, this doesn't fit, no, you will leave people behind. That's the biggest fear. And I want you to imagine that there is this cosmic vacuum cleaner that is somewhere there, close to you. And you just take this cosmic vacuum cleaner and you just feel how it's sucking out all these beliefs that are really not serving you. And one of the greatest of these beliefs that I really feel in my field, that I'm talking to my clients so much about, is this: what if I leave people behind? So just take this cosmic vacuum cleaner and plug it in where this belief is sitting. And you may feel like it's in your throat, it's in your solar plexus, it's in your womb, maybe it's right in your head, maybe it's in your palms, maybe it's in your feet. Where is this belief located? Where do you feel it? I'm gonna leave people behind if I become powerful. So you take this cosmic cleaner, vacuum cleaner, and you attach it to that part of your body and you really let it suck it out of you. Because it's not serving you anymore. It may have in the past. Bless it. Past is past. Now, who are you now? Who are you stepping into now? This is what is interesting to me. This is what should be interesting to you, because you have a whole life to live. And you didn't come here by accident. You came here to fulfill your greatest destiny, not listen to what people are telling you, and usually these people are in your mind anyway. You came here to be free from all these limitations and fully embody your highest path. And if you know that you must become unreasonably wealthy, the question I posed, by the way, if you find this activating and beneficial to you, please invite some friends into our conversation. You can invite people in, right here into this live. So, and thank you for the feedback, it's also helping me. So, the question I posed in the very beginning, why you must become unreasonably wealthy. Tell me, I want to hear from you why you must become unreasonably wealthy. If you're listening later, tell me in the comments. I want to hear your voice, why you must become unreasonably wealthy. And when you're posting it, it's like you're communicating to the whole entire universe. And you let people read it, you let them see it, you let them see your face there, you just state it. Why? I want to know. Come on, drop it. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you why I think that you should be unreasonably wealthy. Let me just sip a tea before that. You must become unreasonably wealthy because you want it. That's enough. That's enough. Because you want it. That's enough. And what they think about it, it really does not matter, because these people, maybe they are real people. Maybe there are people in your head, like I said before. They will come and they will pay you to learn from you in a not so distant future. And I'm speaking from experience. So, I've been in this game long enough. I've showed my face like this and all my opinions and all my beliefs like this for 10 years now. And here's what I can tell you. Listening to what other people tell you, you're not gonna go far. And you don't even need to have some spiritual reasons for it. You can just stay because I want it. That's enough. Your heart is big enough for that, and I trust you completely that you will do the right things with this money. And you don't need to worry at all what is decent, what is holy. You don't need to explain how you're using this money in all the holy right ways. It does not matter. You wanting the money is good enough. Full permission. Because through you having the money that you want, you are fulfilling your greatest destiny. That's all I need to know. That's all you need to know. That's all anyone else needs to know. You don't need to explain yourself for 1 second. Don't waste your time on that. Spend your time focusing on expanding your capacity and bringing in that wealth that you know you want. That's what your focus should be on. Don't focus on explaining yourself. Don't focus on finding all the reasons. Don't focus on finding all the reasons why you can't. Don't focus on all the reasons why you will leave people behind and oh my God, how sad it is. You will lose the closest friends who've been so comfortable. You may lose them. It's actually really strange if you don't lose any people in your life. I would be alarmed if you are really having the same people all around you all your life. I would say it's a really bad sign. It means you really are playing very, very safe. And your soul is slowly dying while you are playing this very safe game. Yes. So I love all these statements here. Fulfilling my greatest destiny. I should be wealthy because I want it. Yes. That's it. We get to be so free, people. We get to be so free. And the freer we are, the more love there is on this planet. Don't ever doubt it. And you get to be completely free financially when you don't make any decisions because of how much it costs. You don't choose presents for your loved ones because of how much it costs. You don't give money to someone who asks for it because of how much it costs. You don't help the poor because you are moved to, and you give because of some calculation of how much it should cost. You don't tip on service 10% because that's what's expected from you, but you tip 500% because you are moved so. We get to be so free. And you shouldn't have any limitations in how much wealth you have. And my program, Embodied Wealth, will take you there, step by step. And so many people ask me, I don't have a steady job, I don't know. And that's a thing also, that's another limitation that we may want to invite this cosmic vacuum cleaner and just take it out, that it's not up to you how money comes into your life. I've seen miracles in my clients. They just claim their wealth identity, and then money comes just in the most incredible ways. Very often, for women, money comes through the portal of their husband or their partner. Just suddenly, he's like, all the money is coming in. Why? Because she's doing the work. It can come completely unexpectedly. You shouldn't be blocking. And usually that's what we are so busy with. And that's why we feel so exhausted, because we are blocking our field. We are keeping ourselves contained and contracted. Stop this. This is a disservice, a tremendous disservice. Money can come to you in all ways from unexpected sources, and it's actually coming to you right now as we speak. And people who have joined Embodied Wealth, they are actually already experiencing miracles that are happening to them because they are already in the field, and the field is buzzing, and the field is beautiful, and it's full of love and full of gorgeous human beings. And in this work, you're gonna be so beautifully brainwashed, because our brains do need some washing, that you will get washed. Because I will be giving you things to do every single day. Your way, the way you think will change, the way you are will change, the way you breathe will change, the way you see yourself will change, and therefore you will see that your capacity for wealth will change entirely, and it will be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing for the highest good of all. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, welcome to send me a message, and I'd love to see you on the inside of Embodied Wealth.